Good morning to everyone. Myself N. Kalpana. I'm from Sri GK Jain Higher Secondary School, Royapuram. For more educational video, please subscribe our YouTube channel.
Today, for the 12th standard, I am going to explain the lesson is coordination chemistry and the topic is crystal field theory. Let's see the assumption of crystal field theory. The first point is the bond between the central metal atom and the ligand. So when you are considered as a complex compound, you already know about that. Complex compound means which consists of central metal atom which is been bonded to the ligand. That bond 100% surely it should be in the ionic bond. That is about the first point. You already know about that, the ligands having the ability to donating the electrons. That means the central metal atoms are electron deficiency metal and ligands are electron rich in metal. That is why these ligands with donating the electrons towards the central metal atom, then only it form the bond between them. That bond will be the ionic bond. And how the bonds are formed? Because there is an electrostatic force of attraction between the ligands as well as the central metal atom, then only it form a bond, then only it can able to donate and accepting the electrons. And the second point is, if you see the metals and the ligands, if it is in the charge form means you have to consider it is a point charges. If you are whatever metals and ligands whatever you have taken, no, if it is a neutral form means you have to take it as a electric dipoles. Okay, so second point is about the charge, whether the complex be the charged one or it should be the neutral one. And next one, it is about the degenerate d orbital. Why we have considered as a degenerate d orbital? Because in this metal, all the metals in this it should be in the mostly it should be in the d block elements only. So whenever you have taken as a d blocks, it should be having a 5 orbitals. So those 5 orbital, let's see the 5 orbital dxy, dyz and dz square. Then dx square minus y square, then dz square. From the 5 orbital, all it should be in the terms of degenerate. What is the meaning of degenerate? Degenerate means it should be having, even though it has been placed in the 5 orbital, it should be having the same energy level. That is why we have to indicate in the terms of degenerate. Let's see, from the 5 orbital, the first 3 orbital, that is dxy, dyz and dz, if you see the orbit, if you see the lobes, the lobes will be formed in between the axis. Among the 5 orbital in the d orbital, the first 3 orbital, that means xy, yz and zx, it will be formed along in between the axis. The lobes are formed in between the axis. Let you see the lobes are formed in between the axis. Here it should be x and z axis, y and z axis and x and y axis. The lobes are formed in between the axis. And the other 2 orbits it will be formed along the axis. Let's see, x and y, the lobes are formed along the axis. Okay, let's see how the octahedral splitting, how the crystal field splitting are taken place among the octahedral as well as the tetrahedral. You already know about that. Octahedral is the geometry of the compound. How can you find the geometry of the compound? Based on the presence of number of ligands. If octahedral means if it should be contained the 6 ligands means that the geometry of the complex compound should be octahedral in shape. If it is 4 ligands means then it should be the tetrahedral. Let's see the octahedral. You already know how many ligands are present in the octahedral. So there are 6 ligands are present. What is the position of central metal atom? Always it take up the position of center position. So here metals are placed along the 6 ligands. Those 6 ligands it has been bonded, surrounded by the central metal atom. So if it is been bonded with the central metal atom, automatically it forms the spherical field among the ligands. There is an electrostatic repulsion will be take place between the ligands as well as the central metal atom. Then we have to see how the splitting has been taken part. So why we have taken the splitting means we already know about the complex compound. The complex compound, it has been formed between the central metal atom as well as the ligand. How the ligands as well as the central metal atom form the complexes. Let we see that. So this is the thing, central metal atom, it take up the position at the center, and the 6 ligands, because it is geometry is octahedral, so the 6 ligands are present. So 6 ligands are surrounded by the central metal atom. If you see the splitting, first thing, how many orbits are there in the d orbital? It should be dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square, all it should be in a degenerated form. Then after that ligands are approached. This is about these orbit for the metals only, isn't it? Because here it has been discussed with the metals as well as the ligands. But here we have considered only for the metal. So metals mean 5 orbitals because it is present in the d orbital. So 5 orbits are there, those 5 orbitals. After the ligands are approached to the central metal atom, there is it should be those orbits, it should be gone to the rising level. It should be insist of increasing their energy level, because those ligands are approaching to the central metal atom. You already well versed about that ligands are electron donating, it has the ability to donating the electrons, and metals are which is accepting the electrons. So after the ligands are approaching to the central metal atom, it started to raise up its energy level. That is why we have given the rise up for those 5d orbital, the 5 orbitals. Okay, these state will be called it as a average energy of due to the spherical energy field. So because of the spherical shape of all the ligands or form a spherical shape, then only it will be approach the average energy level. So then after the average energy level, see here it has been octahedral. Let you see the structure of octahedral. So all the ligands are present, because in this diagram it will be in 2 types of position it will be taken place. One is in between the lobes and in between the axis and along the lobes. Let me see how it should be taken place. All the ligands are approached along the axis, not in between the axis. So let you see the diagram, structure of a compound, then we have discussed which will be raised up. Okay, here all the ligands are approached to the central metal atom in the along the axis. So what are the 2 orbits are along the axis? dx square minus y square and dz square. So compared to this 5 orbital, 3 will be in between and 2 will be along the axis. Then we have discussed with the particular geometry of a compound. So it should be 6. So it will be taken place along the orbit. So if you are splitting those compound, the 5 compound, if you are splitting, those along the axis will be raised up. A little bit it should be raised up, increase, and in between axis is little bit it should be decreased. Let me see the diagram. So here it is a 5 orbital. It is only for the central metal atom. After ligands are approached, it should be getting to the average energy level, because of the ligands are approaching to the sphere metal in the spherical form. Then it has started to split up. So one orbital, one kind of axis will be raised up, increase up, and one will be let it be downwards. Okay, how can you form based on the structure? If you see the structure, in what form ligands are approached, it will be an approach along the axis. So what are the 2 orbits along the axis? dx square minus y square and dz square. So dx square minus y square and dz square goes on the increasing way, and little bit of other 3 will be in the downwards, because these 3 axes, these 3 orbitals are formed in between the axis. So let me see the energy difference. So there is a space, there is an energy level difference that we considered as a delta. So in a delta, the energy level difference between the dx square minus y square, those along the axis as well as the in between axis, it will be as a delta. It has been indicating the terms as delta, and O means it is called as a, because we have studied about the octahedral complex. That is why delta, which shows the difference in the energy level of octahedral complex. If it is a tetrahedral complex, means in this position we have, instead of O, we just give it as a T. Is it all clear? What is the meaning of delta? The energy level difference between the two different axes. And what is the meaning of O? So you have to particularly note down these things. When you have learned or when you have write about the octahedral means, when you have mentioned about the octahedral means, you have to indicate the term O. These energy level difference for the octahedral complexes. Okay, then we go ahead with the things. So among 5 orbital, so these 2 orbital will be risen, increase, that is why we have given the plus symbol. So among how many orbital it should be increased? Among the 3 orbital, these 2 will be increased. That is why for the increase we have given plus symbol. So among 3 orbital it should be increased. That is why 3 by 5. How many total orbital? 5 orbital. Let's see here. For this energy level minus, because it should be decreased. That is why we have given the minus symbol. How many total orbitals? 5 orbital. So among how many orbital it should be decreased? Among the 2 orbital. Along the 2 orbital it should be decreased. That is why you have to given the value, it is minus 2 by 5. Okay, here EG, here T2G, doublet and triplet will be there. It is a doublet, it is a triplet. Okay. So this is about the octahedral. So in the d orbital the splittings are taken place. One is about the in between axis, another one is along the axis. And let me do it for the particular complex compound. One is for the octahedral, other one is for the tetrahedral. Let me go ahead with the tetrahedral. If it is the complex is tetrahedral means how many ligands are approached? How many ligands are there? There are 4 ligands are there. Let you consider, if you see the diagram, all the 4 ligands, it is not bonded with the along the axis. It will be in place. See, here is the structure. Actual structure is here. So it will be in form in between. Actual thing is here. So I am just go ahead with the colored one. Okay. So if you see the colored and the shows the difference in colors, no. So that means when it is a tetrahedral, the lobes are arranged in between the axis. So if it is a in between axis means what are all the orbits will be taken place? dxy, dyz and dzx, because the other 2 will be formed in the along the axis. So in the octahedral, the lobes are formed along the axis. So that is why during crystal field, during the splitting, these 2 orbits will be risen up and the other among other 3 will be getting as a lower energy. In the tetrahedral, 4 ligands are there. It will be formed in between the axis. So 3 orbits are formed, will be risen up. The other 2 will be decreased in the order. So again the same thing. So you just take it as orbits. It is for the d orbital only. After ligands are approached, it forms the average energy level. This center will be called it as a barycenter. This center will be called it as a barycenter, and as well as it will be having a average energy. And these energy again it started to splitting up. How can you split it? Based on the ligands are, in what way ligands are approached? Ligands are approached along the axis. So those 3 orbital xy, yz and zx, dxy, dyz and dzx will be risen up, and the other 2 x square minus y square and z square, dx square minus y square and dz square will be lower energy. So again you are given the values, how it should be always the raise. If you are indicating the terms of increasing energy means you have to indicating the terms symbol as plus, here it should be minus. Totally how many orbits are there? 5 orbits are there. So these 3 orbits have been getting to the higher energy among 2 orbital. Okay, that is why we have to given the numbers 2 by 5. So here among the 3 orbital, these 2 orbital will be decreasing in the energy level. That is why we have given as a minus 3 by 5. Okay, again you have to indicating the terms. Here we never, because we are using for the tetrahedral, that is why the G term, gerund terms is not been indicating. Just you have to indicate T2 and EG only. You don't indicating the G values. And the energy level between the these three orbits and these two orbits. The energy level, no, it has been indicating by the symbol of delta. We have to learn it for the tetrahedral. That is why we have to indicating the term T. So delta T means energy level difference of tetrahedral. Delta O means energy level difference of octahedral. So in this session we are discussing about the crystal field theory, and we have to explain it about for the octahedral as well as the tetrahedral.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.